Hello and OMG, welcome back to my channel. And I got eyelash extensions. I know, you all are probably wondering why, but if you want to see why and how to strategically do your makeup so that you don't get eyeshadow and products all over your eyelash extensions, then go ahead and keep on watching. Okay, so I have lash extensions, as you all can see. I know that you all are probably thinking like, what, why? So I have content that I'm trying to load before I film this video. So what I was trying to do was I was trying to vlog that day, like a before and after. I was too shy to vlog during the process, but I basically filmed on the way there explaining why I was going to get lash extensions, and then I showed you all the after. But I did it on my iPhone. Sorry, there's something in my eye. I filmed on my iPhone. I thought it would be an easy transfer to take stuff from my iPhone onto my computer. My computer will not recognize my iPhone. So now I'm trying to do an iCloud backup and it's not working. So the way I intended to do this video was to show you basically before eyelash extensions, after eyelash extensions, and then showing you how I apply my makeup with them on, because it is a little bit different. It is a little bit tricky because you don't want to get powders and eyeshadow buildup in your lashes. It's very important to clean them. But when you're doing your makeup, it's a lot more different, right? So I wanted to create this video. So if I am not able to show you the before and the after, then we're going to go straight into this video so I can just show you how exactly that I do my makeup with the lash extensions. So I just got out of the shower, and the first thing I do is I go ahead and comb through them. Now, it's been about 2 weeks since I've got these done, so a few of them have fallen out, and I haven't had lash extensions in years, y'all. It's definitely been at least 4 or 5 years since the last time I've gotten them. Now, it doesn't mean that I'm going to stop doing lash reviews here on my channel. I'm still going to do them. I just feel like I want to expand the content here on my channel to things other than lashes. Like I've been showing you all some great lip combos that I've been finding at drugstores that are affordable. I've been doing eyeshadow palette reviews. I want to kind of just mix it up here on my channel. Maybe I'll even show you all like maybe clothing hauls. I don't know if that's something that you want. Part of what I want to do with my life is have my own boutique. So I am very into fashion. So I want to just show you all like the different parts of me, maybe even start vlogging. So this is just going to be a mix up of content. I'm definitely still going to do lash reviews in the near future when I do take breaks from doing lash extensions. But I kind of wanted to do lash extensions because I really don't wear that much makeup anymore. Like I have been working from home since 2020 and my skin has gotten so much better because I don't wear makeup anymore. And I was tired of waking up looking like a wreck, right? So I feel like lash extensions just really help kind of just make you look like you have your life together, even though you don't. By the way, before we get into like doing makeup, during the summer, my skin gets really oily and it's been so dry. Let me know if you all are experiencing the same thing. Like this is the first time during the summer, and I'm telling you where I live, it's hot, where my skin is dry. Like literally I could feel how dehydrated my skin is. So let's go ahead and start on into the video. Since my skin is so dry, I will start off with using a setting spray. This is the iconic London Prep Set Glow. I'm just going to go ahead and spray this on my face just to kind of give it a little bit of shine, a little bit of suppleness. Now that I have eyelash extensions, I'm opening up a fresh sponge. I feel like it's more convenient and easier to use a sponge when doing your makeup. When you use a brush, the makeup particles tend to get everywhere, and whatever is floating in the air is going to fall down on your lashes. So instead of using water, just so you all know what I'm doing, I am basically just gonna puff this up. Just feel like my makeup lasts better. Instead of using water, I use a setting spray to dampen up the sponge. So like I was saying, what was I saying? Oh yeah, so when you use makeup brushes, when you have eyelash extensions, powders are floating around everywhere. And because I have what is called a volume wisp lash, which means that these lashes are higher in length and they're a little bit more cat eye. They're definitely very wispy, which means that when I'm putting on makeup, like particles are gonna fall onto the lashes, and then you might see like eyeshadow on your lashes and things of that sort even after you comb through them. So to be a little bit more strategic, I highly recommend using a sponge to apply your products. That way you're a little bit more strategic with the placement on your face and you're not getting product everywhere in the air around you. So for primer, we're going to use the Professional primer from Benefit Cosmetics. This is one of my favorite ones. My skin is so dry. Let me put on some lotion. By the way, this is my favorite lotions from Bath and Body Works. It's the Marshmallow Pumpkin Latte. We are so close to fall. Some places are already bringing in pumpkin stuff, and I am so excited. I cannot stand summer. Like, let me know. Oh, this on my chest. Those of you who love summer, let me know. I don't like her. She's hot. She's sticky. I've never been a fan of summer. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and prime. So this basically helps to, you guys have probably already heard of this primer, really helps to make your pores invisible. I'm gonna set my face again just because we are so dry here. So I'm gonna go ahead and stamp it in. So we're going to do eyes first, and I want to go ahead and show you all how I do the eyes, because this is pretty much the hardest part because you don't want to get like eyeshadow all over your extensions. I'm going to go ahead and use the e.l.f. 16-Hour Camo Concealer in the matte finish in the color Light Beige to prime my eyelids. My eyelids are really dry, so if my eyeshadow looks patchy, it's not the product, it's my skin. My skin has just been out of control lately, not sure why. So to blend out the concealer on your eyes, you don't want to use a fluffy brush, because when you're using a fluffy brush, you might get some of the product in your eyelash extensions, and when you get concealer in your eyelash extensions, it's going to become such a pain to remove that from the individual hairs. So I highly recommend either using a tapered brush like so, this one is used for concealer to blend out on the face, or using a very precise fluffy brush that's a little bit cone shaped. So you could see how these ones are going to give you that precise type of placement. I'm going to use the fluffy brush for now just because my eyes are so dry. I feel like I'll get a better blend with using this type of brush. And you'll see I'm just being very, very careful. Start up on the higher points of your lids and then go ahead and bring it down. By the way, if you hear my phone in the background, I had to silence my family group chat because they'd be texting, but I have my phone on loud ring all day just for personal reasons, so I will not mute that while I'm filming. So just ignore any noises you may hear in the background. So as you can see, that was so easy to blend out because this brush is so fluffy. It allows you to basically be really precise, so you don't have to worry about getting product in your lashes. And that's definitely the strategy you want when you're going to go ahead and do your eyeshadow. It feels intimidating at first because you're like, oh my God, I don't want to ruin my lashes. Like, I don't want to get eyeshadow all over them. But don't worry. As long as you're using the right tools, you can definitely get a perfect eyeshadow look. I don't know if you guys can see how dry my lids are, but they are so dry, y'all. Like, it's crazy. So I'm going to go ahead today and use again the Patrick Ta Major Dimension 2 Rose Eyeshadow Palette. I did a whole review on this eyeshadow palette. It is so, so beautiful. We're going to do more of a subtle look today. I'm going to be using another eyeshadow palette as well. But for the transition shades, we're going to be using these bottom three. So again, because we have the eyelash extensions in the way and basically like, you know, I have very long ones, you want to go ahead and use another precise brush when you are doing, when you are going to do the transition colors for your eyeshadow. I'm going to be tapping into the lightest color and mixing the second to lightest color matte. And I'm going to go ahead and use this precise brush. And I'm just going to go ahead and dab. It's also very important that you dust off, like you see influencers and like the makeup gurus all the time where they go like this and they dust it off. When you have eyelash extensions, that is so vital, but do not dust it off in front of your face like I just did, because you're going to create product flying around you that can possibly land on your lashes. And even though you can brush the product out, you just don't want that look of like, oh, she has eyeshadow in her lashes type of look. You want like a very precise, pretty look. I also highly recommend patting rather than swiping motions, because you're going to get a more, I'm going to use the word precise a lot, you're going to get more precision when applying the product onto your eyes. If you go ahead and swipe, you might get the eyeshadows flying around and then landing, of course, on your eyelashes, because this is where it's going to cup it. So I'm going to go in with a smaller brush. This one is just like a little fluffy one. It gives you that, you know, concise placement or precise placement that you want. I'm going to go ahead and go into that second to lightest matte and go ahead and apply this over the transition again. As you can see, I'm patting. The smaller the brush, if you want to go ahead and use sweeping motion, you totally can. I just recommend gravitating away from that just to avoid that product buildup on the lashes. There might be videos like this one already out there. I personally haven't looked it up. I just thought, you know what, let me show you my tricks and tips. If I can't speak today, y'all, the past couple days I have been just so exhausted. I feel like, you know, I do a lot around my house because I work from home, so I have the opportunity to, you know, clean my house and do workouts like twice a day. And I feel like my body is just like catching up right now with all of that. I've been so tired lately, y'all. See how very, very precise. We don't have much buildup on the lashes. As you can see, there's not eyeshadow that's really fallen on there, and that is the goal. Next part of the lash, or of the eyeshadow look we're going to do are the outer corners. I'm going to go into, I'll just go ahead and show you this shade right here, which is in the shade Passion. Now for this, I'm using a little bit more of a flat brush, but still precise. I'm going to go ahead and use my finger to lightly hold down the outer corner of the lash extensions, because when I got them done, I asked for a volume wisp with a slight cat eye. I asked for the slight cat eye because I just feel like a cat eye looks better on my particular eye shape. So this part's going to be a little bit harder to do no matter what, because the lashes flare upwards. So if you just lightly hold them down, it won't be an issue. Same thing on the other side. For underneath of the brow bone, I always use a precise brush anyways, but I'm just going to go ahead and add some of the glitter tone to it. You see a little bit of glitter that fell on the lashes, but that's fine. The glitter's easier to remove because that you could just like swipe off, as you can see. Switching gears, we're going to go over into the Ciate London, the Velvet palette. This is a phenomenal palette to have if you are someone who absolutely loves shimmer shades. Like, look how beautiful this is. You literally get the most perfect mauve-y, like glitter tones, gold, the white. Oh, so pretty. So I'm going to use, again, another precision type brush. And I want to go ahead and do like a peachy look. So I think we're going to tap into this color right here. There's no names, but it's basically like a peach. And then maybe this one over. And what I'm going to do is, again, just hold down the front of my lash extensions very, very gently to apply this on. So now I'm just going to go ahead and comb through my lashes again, just in case there is any eyeshadow that got into the lashes. And it's okay if you get some, it's natural. You're going to get, you know, at least a little bit in there. But I'm showing you I don't know why I cannot say that together. Tricks and tips to get as minimal eyeshadow buildup as possible on your lash extensions. So next is face, and face is not that difficult because you're really not going to get your foundation in your lashes, but I want to go ahead and still show you all on camera how I go ahead and apply. Let me know down below if any of you have ever gotten eyelash extensions, what your experience was. Would you consider getting them? Is it in your budget? Now let's talk like, you know, I'll tell you guys about my lash experience now that we're doing the face. It's, you know, I don't have to be as precise. Lash extensions are definitely pricey. I wouldn't say they're budget friendly. It's kind of like a luxury to be able to have eyelash extensions. And I'm very grateful and thankful that I'm in a financial position where I can get them done and I can get them filled. So my lash extensions cost about $145. I will link down below who I went to. If you are in Southern California in the Inland Empire area, that is where my girl is located at. Her name is Marlene. Her Instagram name, I believe, is Lashes by Marlene. And I paid her $145, which honestly is a decent price. But, you know, eyelash extensions are definitely pricey. It's not anything compared to the price of a drugstore lash, right? Fill-ins, I want to say, are anywhere between $75 to $80. So the upkeep is definitely expensive as well. But if you are someone who just doesn't have time to do your lashes every single day and you want to look a little bit put together without, you know, having to try, lash extensions are like the way to go. What I loved about Marlene was that, so I've gotten my lash extensions done before, and now I'm going to use the same concealer to highlight. I've gotten my lashes done before, and when I would open my eyes at the end of, this is where it does get a little bit tricky if you just want to hold your lashes up a little bit so you could blend. I've gotten my eyelashes done before, and when I would open my eyes after the lash tech was done doing the eyelash extensions, I remember my eyes would be burning and stinging from the glue that they use to place the lashes onto your lash. This time when I got them done with Marlene, I felt no stinging. My eyes were not burning. I had accidentally opened my eyes while in the middle of her doing them. And that stung, of course, a little bit, but that's because the glue was wet. But after, there was really, my eyes were not stinging, anything like that. So I really enjoyed that it wasn't like a painful process, because my eyes have reacted, you know, pretty terribly before. And I was really, really worried about me having such bad sinuses. And my doctor says I don't have allergies, but I beg to differ. I was really worried about, you know, am I going to have a reaction? But no, she was super gentle. The glue, the adhesive did not make my eyes sting. Very comfortable. It does take a while to get used to them. I'm not gonna lie. Like sometimes I sleep on my face, and I'm trying not to so that I don't ruin my lash extensions. And I also think it's really cool, like when I'm walking and the wind is blowing, I could feel my lashes like moving. It's the cutest, funniest feeling. They are high maintenance though, in the sense that you do have to clean them, right? So at least once a day you have to shampoo your eyelash extensions. And if you are new to that, I was kind of new to it as well, because it's been such a while and I don't really remember how to clean them. I had to watch a YouTube video. There's so many on YouTube that will show you how to do it, and it's pretty easy. So go ahead and YouTube that and do that. But yeah, you definitely have to shampoo your lashes at least once a day. And the technique is different, right? So it's not like you're in the shower and you're just letting the water hit them. Like, no, you actually have to like take a specific type of cleanser that's like, sorry, y'all, my video cut off. But like I was saying, when you clean your lashes, like you have to use stuff that's like fragrance free, oil free, all this stuff that's, you know, harmful, you don't want on your eyes, because again, you're going to be washing your eyes with this cleanser. So, it's a whole like routine on top of like skincare routine. So they are high maintenance. If you do not have the time and energy at nighttime to clean your lashes, I don't recommend getting eyelash extensions, but I really, really love them. I've been enjoying them so much so far. I don't mind the upkeep because they make me feel beautiful. Also, tip your lash tech, y'all. So, you know, they're small businesses. Their income relies on, you know, people showing up to appointments and stuff. So always tip them. So now we're going to get to the fun hard part, which is basically setting your face. I'm going to go ahead and use my tried and true Huda Beauty Translucent Powder. I'm going to use the same side that I have the makeup on, which, you know, I don't really care about that. I'm going to go ahead and dip in to get as precise as possible and then tap off the excess. I'm going to look up and try to precisely set as close as possible. If you have to lift your lashes up a little bit, that's 100% okay. And this is why I recommend using a sponge and not a brush to set your face, is so that you do not get the particles flying everywhere. It is, you know, your makeup process is going to be a little bit longer because using a sponge for powder is a little bit more tedious of a job, but it's worth it. And now the other side. I'm going to lift up my lash just a little bit and continue to set. You might see some translucent powder flying around, but it's definitely not as much as compared to using a brush. And the nose. My skin is so dry, you guys. And the forehead, I just take the excess because I don't want any powder to fly down on the lashes. All right, so I'm taking a little bit, the slightest amount of powder, so I'm gonna go ahead and just comb through them to where I see that it's landed there and just comb it out. This is what we're looking like so far. Now let's bronze up. So bronze, when you're bronzing up your face, there's absolutely nothing wrong with using a brush because, I mean, bronzer doesn't tend to fly everywhere, in my opinion, if you apply a little bit precisely. I'm going to go ahead and use my Cap Cosmetics Contour Palette, and I'm going to go ahead and mix the color Caramel and Suntan. Got to get the neck and the chest. So this part is going to be a little bit tricky, and I'm going to show you the best way to basically continue to powder. So I'm going to go ahead and take some of the banana powder and carve out underneath of my bronzer. And I'm going to go ahead and use a fluffy brush. I'm going to go ahead and press. I'm going to go ahead and stamp on in. So I'm pressing rather than blending. And then this way, again, the product is not flying up. So I go directly onto my face. I'm going to take the leftovers, press and look up. Press and look up. And then to basically blend out my nose contour, I'm going to go ahead and use a more precise angled brush and just gently blend that in. So doing makeup is a little bit more tedious, but I mean, it's worth it. And for blush, we're going to go ahead and use Alamar Cosmetics, the Colorette blush palette in the color Toasted. This part's easy. You don't really have to be, you know, worried about being very precise. Well, I mean, you kind of do and don't. But this one you can use a little bit of swiping motions because blush is not, you know, it's not really a, in my opinion, blush doesn't really fly everywhere. So you could be a little bit sloppier with it. Not as precise. I'm going to put a little bit more here so I can get a little bit of a flushed look, blushed look. And Now for highlight, I recommend using a liquid highlight just because if you do use a powdery highlight that's not as pressed, and you're definitely going to get particle flying everywhere. I absolutely love these iconic London illuminators. They are absolutely beautiful. You just have to work quickly. So I'm going to go ahead and take some of this and dab it on my nose using a precise brush. As you all have seen in my previous videos, I sometimes put this underneath my makeup. Today I didn't. But it has multifaceted use, as you can see. A little bit here. I'm going to precisely blend that. Beautiful. And a little bit here. I'm going to take a flat brush and just blend that in. So pretty. A little bit of the leftovers on my forehead and their chin. So off camera, I went ahead and did my eyebrows. I used a lighter color. I used the ColourPop Brow Boss in the color Auburn. I like to have fun with my eyebrows. Sometimes I go lighter, sometimes I go darker. For lip, I went ahead and applied the Morphe liquid lipstick in the color True Story. And for the waterline underneath my lashes, I went ahead and used the Morphe Dark Room Black Eyeliner. Now we're going to go ahead and do the bottom of the lashes, which is very, very easy because this is not going to interfere with your top lashes at all. I'm just going to go ahead and take a soft angle brush and use the second to darkest color in the color Amour. Kind of did like a reverse cat eye. Now, a trick you can do if you really do feel like you may have gotten some makeup in your lashes, just take a makeup wipe, put it over your finger, just go ahead and tap through the tops of your eyelashes and through it. I'm going to comb through them again. I feel like my lips were looking a little bit dull, so I went ahead and added the Too Faced lip gloss in the color Pretty Penny. This is the final look and she is looking stunning. Now let's go ahead and recap basically why I made this video. When you have lash extensions, you have these long lashes that are protruding on your regular lashes, and basically doing your makeup can be a little bit intense, a little bit intimidating because you're like, oh my God, I paid so much money. I don't want to mess my lashes up. I don't want to get them dirty. I don't want to have that eyeshadow powdery look on my lashes. And that's why I made this video, is because when I first started doing my makeup with these eyelash extensions, I had to learn how to be a little bit more precise. So it's all based on the tools you use and how you apply and press the products onto your face. I hope that you all found this video very informative so that you don't have no dusty, crusty looks, but you just come out with beautiful looks like such. So anyways, please give this video a big thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. Click that bell to get notified of every time that I do upload a video. Please always remember to be kind and spread peace, love, and happiness. I will see you all in my next video.